You know, it's an unfortunate statistic that older returning riders are overrepresented in road fatalities in Australia. The Motorcycle Council of New South Wales recently proposed that these riders should undergo mandatory training before returning to the road. Well, Stay Upright is running a returning rider course to help rusty riders get their groove back when they get back out onto two wheels. Let's have a look.
My name's Michael. I'm just recently retired and acquired a nice Harley, and it's been a while since I've been riding, but it's nice to get back into it. I was last riding regularly about 40 odd years ago, got married, got a car, didn't ride the bike very much after that. I didn't feel at all confident about really getting back on a bike unless I'd had a go under supervision. So the Stay Upright course was really helpful.
Today we had a course called the Returning Riders course, which is a course that we've just started. It's for riders that haven't ridden for many years and maybe want to get back into it, but a little hesitant heading out there. So we've designed this course to cater for all skill levels, I guess. We do some training on the range, firstly evaluate their skill level and find out what activities we need to work on.
Getting out, just doing a little circuit on a small bike, just remembering how to steer, where to look. You never got out of second gear on that circuit, but using your gears and your brakes properly was very helpful. Doing some witch's hat stuff was helpful just to get a bit more confidence in the steering.
Michael was nervous initially to start with, just chatting to him. He was excited. Once we headed out in the range, we first mounted the bike and rode it. I evaluated that he would be okay to ride straight away with very little instruction. First thing I noticed, a little bit stiff, hanging on a little bit tight with the throttle. That soon dissipated once he actually started to circulate around. It only took him probably 5–10 minutes and he started to be really relaxed on the bike.
I think that the little secret about looking where you want to go with your head and eyes is something that has got me out of a couple of tight spots since, so that was a very helpful tip.
Corners are our biggest risk on the road, and we try to teach riders the right way to reduce speed for turns, so it was interesting just having that conversation with the riders. So introducing the front brake to them, how to reduce speed for corners, how to reduce speed with the front brake and then do gear changes, getting that all done before the turns. And it was a bit of an eye-opener for them, but I think they took it on board. And when we head out on the road, when we actually went out on the road, I noticed that they were actually doing it that way, so it's definitely going to work for them.
Going on the road circuit, it's sort of in a bit of an industrial estate, so there were lots of trucks moving around. At one stage, the second time we went around, there was debris on the road that had fallen off the back of a truck, a couple of bricks and goodness knows what else.
Yeah, you'd think sometimes we set this up, but actually no, in fact that's what you're dealing with out there. And once we got out there, had a little bit of a chat about reaction time and stopping distance, so really focused on their 3-second gap and got them to think a little bit about it, which was very surprising for them. And when Michael got back, the first thing he said was he can't wait to dust that bike off and get it out on the road, so that's a positive.
There was nothing quite like getting on the bike by myself, all kitted up, ready to go. Went for a bit of a ride along a road that was a wide road. It was a bit busy, but it was a good ride. I felt a little bit awkward a couple of times with corners. Although you know the bike is made to stay upright when you're going around corners, the first time you start going around a couple of tight corners, like on a roundabout or something, you're thinking, I need to go really slow. And of course, the slower you go, the dodgier it gets. There's one corner I went around where, as I leaned doing a right-hand turn, the pipes hit the ground. I wasn't expecting that, and I thought, oh, is my stand still down? No, it can't be, that's on the wrong side. And that kind of threw me, and I wobbled a bit, and I thought, look where you want to go, look where you want to go. So I turned my head and eyes, and I was off, and I thought, wow, that was a good tip. That really got me out of that little scrape.
The returning rider course is ideally perfect for the rider that hasn't ridden, and it's the first time they get back on the bike after many years.
I'd recommend to anyone returning riding, even if it's just been half a dozen years, do the course. It's only a couple of hours out of your life, and it might save your life.